We are live on YouTube. You can go ahead with your meeting.
Ready, Carmen?
Okay, all right, today's meeting, we'll call roll call at 1 o'clock. I'm Carmen Hamilton. I'm calling in from Battle Creek, Michigan. What I'd like to say before we start, anyone who's got property on today's agenda, if they would just identify themselves and the property they're representing, I will go to Mr. Wilkinson for his comments and then come back. So staff members present, Angie.
Angela Hubbard calling from Battle Creek.
Richard Bolick calling from Battle Creek.
Wilkinson, Battle Creek.
Thank you.
Thank you. Additions or deletions to the agenda, Angie?
No, sir.
I approved the meetings from October 13th. Under new business, the first property is 832 Edge Hill. Is there anyone on representing that property? No one on, Mr. Wilkinson?
I have a couple colors on here. I'm not sure which properties they're addressing. If they want to hit
Go over it again.
star 6, if they're a part of the property, I believe it's star 6.
The first property, again, we'll go over that again, is 832 Edge Hill. Is there anyone on here representing that property? Mr. Wilkinson?
832 Edge Hill is a dangerous building. It was a result of a PD call. The house condition, as such noted, is unfit for occupancy at this time. Would move to affirm it as a dangerous building.
Let the record show there was no one to represent this property. I affirm Mr. Wilkinson's recommendation as a dangerous building, give them 30 days to comply with the city ordinances. The next property is 468 Hamlin Avenue. Is there someone on here representing that property? Hello? Mr. Wilkinson? I'm sorry.
I'll say if anybody's here representing that property, press star 9 to raise your hand or unmute yourself with star 6. Doesn't appear to be anybody's raising their hand or unmuting.
Mr. Wilkinson?
468 Hamlin is a result of a fire with heavy damage. In its current condition, would affirm it as a dangerous building.
Let the record show that there was no one representing this property, and I affirm Mr. Wilkinson's recommendations as dangerous building and give the owners 30 days to comply. The next property on the agenda is 90 Highway Street. Is there someone on representing that property?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Good. My name is John Kennefick. I'm the deed holder of 90 Highway. A permit for repairing the front porch roof side has already been applied for at City Hall. As far as the chimney, it doesn't require a permit. And within less than 2 weeks, the tree that they're complaining about on the side of the front porch will be chopped down. So other than that,
Mr. Kennefick, can you please state where you're joining the meeting from?
I'm doing it from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Wilkinson?
Okay, 90 Highway Street, as Mr. Kennefitt described, has been in the vacant process since 2013. It did have a tree on the front porch with damage, had failed to comply. I do see that there is a permit that was applied for November 10th, but has not been issued yet. I would recommend giving him the 30 days to get this taken care of and move it out to next month.
Okay, Mr. Kennefic, do you have any other comments from Mr. Wilkinson's report?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, we
My
can.
phone is a little bit glitchy. A lot of times why things are not taken care of because Judge Richardson, has me working at a different location. They've already given me, or Judge Richardson has already given me an extension. I've already attempted to show all kinds of improvements there, but it takes more time than usually it takes. So I'm spread all over the place. I am trying to solve this matter, and I will be over on highway as quickly and effectively as I can. However, I still have other things at the other location. There's going to be another permit pulled within less than 7 days, so I can have the electrical inspector come and look at this other building where my focus is, and then I can move forward on that one too.
Okay, well, Mr. Kennefic, as Mr. Wilkinson recommended, that we give you those 30 days. Will that be a hardship on you?
Unfortunately, time presses me difficultly. I'd like to tell you that I can make that targeted amount in that time period. The problem with it is that there's always something that glitches out. I've done a lot of different repairs, and I would be a lot further along if I hadn't straightened a lot of things that were wrong and corrected them properly at the location I'm at. So it's something that I cannot guarantee. I'd prefer more time. The more time gives me the opportunity to complete projects out or move them along faster. At least I can come forward and say, okay, I couldn't do this, but I did this and this and this. More time, or it's done.
Okay.
But, I think the 30-day limit is really, especially, and I'll give you a couple more explanations or reasons. We are going into the shortest days of the year, so 30 days may not sound like much to you, but I worked in the light of day. I don't have accidents as easily if I worked in the dark. Furthermore, we're going into sub-zero weather. Frost is on the roof. I don't want to get injured sliding off a roof in sub-zero weather. It just doesn't make sense to me to be hurt. Furthermore, other than the construction on the front part of the roof, the rafters and things of that nature, it's against warranty on roofing shingle to nail a roof, either dimensional or 3-in-1 shingle, below 40 degrees. So that's going to make things a little bit more difficult for me in this time frame, since we are going into winter.
Okay. Well, let's try the 30 days and see what happens. It's not, it's not the end of the world. So let me affirm Mr. Wilkinson's recommendation at the dangerous building, and Mr. Kennefic give you 30 days to try and complete the roof there. Thank you, sir, for attending the meeting. The next project on the agenda is 202 Graves. Is there anyone on here representing 202 Graves? Mr. Wilkinson?
202 Graves is a result of a structure fire with heavy damage back in September. Would move to affirm it as a dangerous building at this time.
Okay, let the record show that no one is available to represent this property, and I affirm Mr. Wilkinson's recommendation as a dangerous building. Give the owners 30 days to comply with the city ordinances. Public comments. Anyone on here still have any more comments regarding this agenda?
Are there any more callers, Chad?
There is 2 callers on. If you have any public comment, please hit *6 to unmute yourself, or hit *9 to raise your hand. It does not appear that either one are doing that.
Any comments? All right. Any comments from board or staff members?
Not at this time.
There being none, we adjourn this meeting at 1:10.
Carmen.
Thanks, Carmen.
Thanks, Carmen.
Thank you.